You.
Hi, thank you for having us.
It's a total pleasure. Look, the obvious question right here is, when did you first hatch the idea or find out or even consider the idea of a collaboration with Selena on this song, Ice Cream? Who sort of brought that to the table in the band, or how did that happen?
Also, we've been aware of her for a very long time.
Big
and
fans.
Yeah, and luckily when this song came out from our song camp, I think,
So we had it for a while.
Yeah, we had the idea to have Selena on it because we obviously knew she would fit into it right away. And yeah, it happened very naturally.
The song Ice Cream is perfect for the summer that could have been, and it's not the summer that we all wanted. It's you know, the world has been, it's been the craziest year, 2020, a lot of growth, a lot of change. And my question for you is, you know, what would you have liked to have done this summer? What was the plan before everything changed?
Tour. Definitely. I think we would be on our world tour right now.
We would have been going around meeting our fans.
Yeah, and then have our little days off in different countries and maybe do a little tour around the cities, and because we never really have the time to go travel around the world.
Have you been making music and creating, you know, as BLACKPINK in the time that we've been spending, you know, primarily in isolation around the world? Have you been able to use that time to be creative?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
We're working on our full album right now, so and for like a couple of months now, almost like
Past 8 months, I think.
almost like
We've been in the studio.
helping us get more like, you know, focused into completing the album and making it, you know, the best thing we could give to our fans, and, you know, perfecting it and everything. And so I feel like we hope that this album could give a lot of light and energy to everybody that's, you know, kind of stuck at home, you know, not knowing what to do. Hopefully this can cheer them up.
Was it, you know, a fun experience? Were there moments when you didn't want it to end? Because I always think when you're in the studio making music and you're in such a creative space, that it kind of gets to a point where I'm not sure I want to stop making music. Like, I just want to carry on and keep going. Like, has it been a little bit like that for you?
Like, the funny thing is, we were talking to our producer the other day, and he was like, we're like on such a roll right now that we feel like even after we're almost at the final stages of completing the album, and we were actually talking about how we should keep this
Carry on.
Like, yeah, because we've been in the studio literally every day for the last 2 months, like every single day, you know, even if we have like different schedules, we like finish our schedule and be at the studio. And he said, you know, this doesn't happen every day where we're like literally in, you know, working and producing and recording mode. So he was like, we should actually still get together and try to see if we could create more things.
How many songs do you think? I mean, in order to try to narrow it down to a full-length album, if you've been in the studio every single day creating, I mean, how many songs do you have to choose from?
I don't think every single day creates more songs. I think it just creates more of like, you know, quality songs. Let's say, sometimes it even means taking out songs that we feel like wouldn't, you know, complete the album. I don't think it's about like the number of songs. I think that's like been a big thing for us too. We're not always about giving people like a lot of songs, whereas we try to work on like a few songs that, you know, we can complete and give our best performance within. So
That's one of the things I really like about the way that you've moved as a group, is that you haven't, like you say, you haven't just drowned us in music. You haven't just constantly released music after music after music. Every time you've come back, it's been an event and it's been a moment.
We were all trained to work as a group, and until that moment comes, we're not gonna do it. Like, if we're gonna half-ass do it, we're not gonna do it. We had that in our mind. Day one we got together, so
and I think it's also kind of in our personalities too. Each one of us, we don't really like putting things out when we feel like it's not fully done.